Hey, what's up everybody? I hope you all are doing absolutely fine. This is Rudraditya, and in this video I am going to give my full in-depth review of the OnePlus Nord 2, and I have been using this phone from last 40 days and this is my primary phone from last 40 days. So yeah, I have a lot to say, and today in this video I am going to share all of those things with you. And also, if you're thinking to buy this phone, then make sure to watch the video till the end to know everything. And now, without wasting any time, let's get started. Alright, so starting first with the three things: build quality, design and overview of this phone, because all those three things are interrelated with each other. So starting first, it's a glass sandwich phone, but the frames of the phone are made up of plastic, but still there's nothing to worry, because I used OnePlus Nord, which also comes with plastic frame, and I used that phone for 11 months, and trust me, there is no durability issues or anything like that. Yeah, if you will get aluminum frames or metal frames, then you can say that those phones have solid build as compared to the plastic frames, but plastic will not give you any type of trouble. And talking about the protection, then you will get Corning Gorilla Glass 5 protection on both front and rear. So overall, in terms of quality, I can say that it's fine. It's not bad, because some phones gives you completely plastic body even at 35,000 rupee. Now let's talk about the design. So especially this camera module looks very good to me. I mean, it's definitely better than this simple and you can say boring maybe. And the OnePlus Nord 2's camera design is highly inspired from its elder siblings, the OnePlus 9 and 9 Pro, and I personally like this a lot. Now if we talk about in-hand feel, then it feels very premium, it looks very premium, and when you hold the phone, when you use the phone, you will say that it's more than 30,000 phone. It feels like it's more than a 30,000 rupee phone. But why? What are the reasons? First thing first, it's very slim, so definitely slim phones feels better. And the grip of the phone is also very good, because the width is not so huge, so it fits perfectly into your palm. So the grip of the phone is great, so that's why it automatically starts feeling great in hands. And also the form factor is decent, and also it's very lightweight. So overall, all these things combine together to give you a very good feel, the good in-hand feel. So that's really I liked here in this phone. Now if we talk about colors, then at 30,000 price point you will get two colors, Sierra Grey and Haze Blue, and I have Haze Blue with me, which comes with glossy finish. And it's if we talk about the texture, then it's typical glossy. Like if it's fresh and clean, then it will be slippery, but if you hold your phone for a long period of time, and if sweat starts coming from your hand, then it will get very sticky and very you can make a very good grip while playing games and all. So that's the advantage of glossy finish. But here I am so surprised, like it doesn't catch a lot of fingerprint even though it has glossy finish, and that's why personally I don't like glossy finish phones, because yeah, it looks attractive, but it does catch a lot of fingerprint, but this is not the case here. So I'm surprised. Good job OnePlus for that. And in Sierra Grey color, you will get matte finish, which I personally like a lot, and also the texture of that phone feels something different, definitely better than this one. But again, that looks dull and less attractive in front of this. But yeah, anyway, after applying that transparent case, that gray color looks even more dull. So I can say that both colors are beautiful, and both have, like, you will gain some but you will lose some in both of the colors. Talking about the wood green color, then that color also looks fantastic. I mean, definitely OnePlus gives us a very good color options here. But if you're thinking to buy that top variant just for color and RAM, don't even think of buying that. Go for that top variant only if your topmost priority is storage, and if 128GB is not enough for you. But again, as I said, that 35,000 for that green wood color is not worth, in my opinion, even though you are getting 12GB RAM and 256GB storage. So I would suggest you to go with this 30,000 variant, or you can grab 28,000 variant as well, because 28,000 rupee OnePlus Nord will come with 6GB of RAM and the storage is same. Talking about the overview, then you will not get any micro SD card slot, so again, choose wisely when it comes to storage. And there is no headphone jack as well, but there is a iconic OnePlus alert slider. Now moving to the next point, to the display. But first we have to unlock the phone to see the display. So you can unlock this phone obviously through the fingerprint reader, and the fingerprint reader is at the very bottom part of the phone, which I personally don't like, because I have to stretch my thumb. Naturally your thumb will it automatically reach here, So definitely the fingerprint reader should be here, because see in OnePlus 9R how good the placement is. See, it's not at the bottom of the display, so it's very comfortable. But here in the Nord 2 I have to slightly reach for this fingerprint reader. But again, this is not a deal breaker, because eventually you will get used to it, and I also get used to it, so now it's not a trouble for me. But I generally prefer the screen reader on little bit on the higher side. Well, one more thing about the fingerprint reader is that you will not see the fingerprint reader when it's locked. I mean, when the phone is locked, you can't see that reader. You have to double tap to wake up the screen, or you simply have to press the power lock and unlock button, and then and only you can access to that fingerprint reader. So this is a very small thing, but definitely this will affect the user experience, I can say. Now let's talk about the display. So the display is actually very good. The display quality is so good. Of course it's a 1080p AMOLED display, so you will get deep blacks, and trust me, the media viewing experience is excellent on this device. And also if we talk about the display size, then it's 6.43 inch, so not very huge but not small either. And for the media viewing, I guess it's a very sweet spot. And also for a display in 2021, I guess 6.43 inch is standard. And the stereo speakers makes it even better. You will get dual stereo speakers, and the output is so good. Yes, the output is so good. So when it comes to media consumption, the experience is fabulous. And if I talk about like high refresh rate, then you will get 90 Hz high refresh rate instead of 120 Hz. Now we all know that in this price range, a lot of other companies are providing us 120 Hz high refresh rate with AMOLED panel. So OnePlus could give us a 120 Hz, but they have the OnePlus 9R as well. So if they will give all the things in Nord 2, then who will buy the 9R from business point of view? Hashtag smart OnePlus. But again, I am really missing that 120 Hz, because 120 Hz makes everything super smooth, buttery smooth. But here it's smooth, just smooth. Okay, but yeah, overall I will talk about the smoothness and the performance in the later part of the video. But if you talk about the display, like what are the cons, then there is no tint issue, there is no color shifting, because there was a terrible tint issue in the OnePlus Nord, the original Nord, but in the successor there isn't anything like that. But the display brightness, the peak brightness is not that great, especially in direct sunlight. And I noticed this in like every other phones under 30,000 price bracket. Every phone struggles when it comes to peak brightness. I mean, in direct sunlight, in harsh sunlight, you may face some trouble, but it's visible enough, we can say, but it's not very bright, which I don't like. Well, one more thing I want to add about the display, that generally we talk about peak brightness, but we forgot to mention the lowest brightness, the minimum brightness of the panel. And here in the OnePlus Nord 2, that's also very good. It's minimum enough so that you will, comfortably see the on-screen content, and it will not, hurt your eyes. Especially when we are going to sleep, we check our phone for like 15 minutes or 10 minutes. So during that time, this thing is very important, and here it is absolutely fine. Now let's talk about the performance, or we can say that the Dimensity 1200, because a lot of people just say that we are not going to buy OnePlus Nord 2 because that phone has Dimensity 1200 processor, and MediaTek Dimensity processors are not very reliable. But trust me, it's just a myth. I mean, you can definitely buy this phone and it's reliable, it's very good. MediaTek is doing a fabulous job, man. Come on, don't think like that Snapdragon is good but this isn't, because this is good. And I have a friend who used Realme 6 from last 1.5 years. That phone also comes with a MediaTek processor, and that phone comes with a mid-range MediaTek processor. So his phone is working absolutely fine. I also used Realme 6 like for 4 months. I haven't faced any problem. Now I'm using this for 40 days from last 40 days, and you can use phones which is based on MediaTek processors without any problem. Now talking about the actual performance, then again it's very good, and as I said, it's smooth. Because of 90 Hz, it's just smooth, but the animations and the performance, the response, everything is on point. And if you just do a casual stuff, then you will almost feel like it's a flagship type of experience here in terms of performance. And if we talk about gaming, then let's talk about BGMI in details. Well, I'm not very much into gaming, but my brother is, so I hand him my Nord 2 to play BGMI for an hour, and he is iOS guy. He play his game on iPad Pro and iPhones, so he was not expecting a great performance, mainly because of two reasons. First, of course, it's an Android phone, and second, he said that it doesn't even come with a Snapdragon processor, and he was not aware about the MediaTek processor, so he was not expecting a great performance overall. But after playing for an hour, guess what, he said that he got almost a flagship gaming performance here, and he was super satisfied with the overall experience, with the overall gaming experience. And he played at a smooth ultra, and he get easily 55 to 60 fps during the whole gameplay. Talking about 90 fps, then this phone is definitely capable, but as of now there is no 90 fps support. Talking about the heating, then yeah, in our testing the phone was below 38 degrees Celsius because we were playing in AC room, but if you play in hot climate then it will go to 41-42 degrees Celsius. It means the phone will get heat after long session of gameplay, but still that's fine, there is no major issues. And if you are thinking to buy this phone for gaming, then a green signal from me. Definitely you can consider this phone for gaming. Now let's talk about camera. Well, no, we are not going to talk about camera in this video because I already made a dedicated camera review of this phone, and also I made a comparison of both these phones, full comparison, camera comparison, everything is available. You will get the links of those videos in the description box, or also you will get to see all those videos in the I button. So make sure to check those videos as well after watching this one. And if you enjoyed what you watched so far, then definitely guys make sure to subscribe my channel, because you just guys come here to see my videos and then you just go away without subscribing to the channel. Just see that 97-98% of the people are just watching my videos, but they aren't my subscribers. So it's really bad, it feels so bad. So please guys, make sure to subscribe my channel and also help me to reach to the 4,000 mark. Thank you so much in advance. Now guys, if we talk about the battery of Nord 2, then I'm super satisfied with its performance. If we talk about the screen on time, then I'm easily getting 8 to 9 hours of SOT without any problem in moderate usage. You can see the screenshot of my SOT as well as my apps usage. Talking about the charging, then you'll get a 65-watt warp charger out of the box, and trust me, this technology is love. It will charge your phone from 0 to 100% in just 30 to 35 minutes, which is dope. But do note, I noticed that my phone gets slightly warm, as well as my adapter also gets slightly warm during the charging cycle. So even after the OTA updates, it's still there. I hope that OnePlus will fix this in future, but there's nothing to worry. But one more thing, that I do not charge this phone from 5% or let's say from 10% to 100%. I always keep it between 20 to 80% to also maintain the battery health of my phone. But you can do that, of course, from 5%, 10% to 100%, but to maintain the battery health and also to avoid any type of troubles, you should not do that. But yeah, if you're going to travel or for a long tour, then definitely charge your phone to 100%. But there's nothing to worry. Talking about the blast news, it does happen with some phones in very rare cases. It's just not the OnePlus, not the Nord 2 only. It can happen with any other phones. So if you are a OnePlus Nord 2 owner, there's nothing to worry. Your phone is not going to blast or something like that. But talking about the battery performance, then yeah, I'm super happy with the charging speed as well as with the battery backup. Now let's talk about Rudra's extras, where I will share a lot of small things which I noticed. So first thing first, the haptic feedback, which is really important for me. And trust me, OnePlus done a great job when it comes to haptic feedback. It's really strong, it's very good. When you type, you will feel very good. So haptic feedback is amazing. Call quality, again, it's very good. Not the best, but it's good. Talking about the networks like Wi-Fi connectivity, Bluetooth connectivity, and mobile networks, mobile data, then all of these things are absolutely fine. I am using Airtel SIM in it, and there is no problem, no call drop or anything which I have faced in this phone. So overall I can say that it's really good. Talking about Wi-Fi connectivity, then I used Airtel, Jio, all these Wi-Fi's at 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz, and it works absolutely fine. And one more thing which I noticed in this phone is that the reach is very good. Even though if I am far away from the router, still it connects and it gives me a good speed. So that's one thing which I liked. Talking about Bluetooth, then I connected this with my watch, with my earbuds, different type of earbuds, like 2-3 different earbuds, and it's working absolutely fine without any problem. So in terms of connectivity, this phone is good. You will also get 5G connectivity with 7 bands or 11 bands. There is a confusion, but I will update you here. So yeah, there are enough bands as well. So you can say that it's a future-proof phone when it comes to 5G. But I believe that when in reality we will start getting 5G, you are already going to upgrade your phone, because as of now 5G is definitely far away, especially in India. So yeah, that's the story. So definitely don't fall for 5G, I will still say this. Well, that's it from Rudra's Extras. Now let's talk about the software. Here is a new Color Oxy OS. You can say that Color OS with Oxygen OS theme on the top. And now there are a lot of mixed reaction about this new software, but personally I like this. Now let me explain how before getting triggered. Let me explain. First thing first, I don't care a lot about the interface, that how the every icons and setting panels and everything will look. Yeah, it definitely does matter at some extent, but I mean, that doesn't change the phone to something like MIUI or very cartoonish or something. That type of software has different fan base, different type of people prefer those type of software, those type of interface. But here it is still very much clean and neat, you can say. And also it gets smarter with Color Oxy OS. You will get more features as compared to OnePlus, like OnePlus original Oxygen OS. So it gets smarter, and also it won't affect your performance. I mean, the skin is not very heavy, so it will affect the performance or something like that, which we generally used to see in MIUI, like in softwares of Xiaomi phones. But this is not the case here, so that's good. I have no problem. Like, you can change interface, you can make it easier for the users. You can play something, like you can play with icons here and there. I have no problem, unless and until if it doesn't become very heavy. So yeah, this is not the case, so I am fine. Now the second most important thing about, I mean not second but definitely the most important thing about the software is the software experience. Like if you are start getting tons of ads and bloatwares in your phones, especially bloatwares from the updates, then that will ruin your experience. Like if you use MIUI, if you install an update, if you install an application, it will bring you to their own scanner. They will scan the app, and then if you want to open the like application, or if you want to go into the Play Store, if you will click on more apps, you will go to their own Mi store. So this type of things really ruin the overall experience, I can say. But those things aren't here. And in iQOO phones, for example, if you open Chrome browser, then by default you will not get that Chrome browser. You will get some like page of Vivo where you can search things, and also you will get huge ads when you start scrolling to read the articles. But those things aren't here. But there's a big but, I mean BUT. Anyways, the big but is that if they are going to push a lot of ads and bloatwares in this phone, I mean if this is going to be a pure Color OS, well definitely it will become more and more like Color OS in the future. There's no doubt about that, but I highly doubt that they are going to push ads and bloatwares in these phones, I mean in the OnePlus phones, because if they will do, they will do the suicide. So I guess to make this company, the OnePlus, different from other BBK electronics companies, I mean the only thing for OnePlus to survive is not to give ads and bloatwares, and it still makes phone like this, like OnePlus Nord 2. So overall I'm impressed with the software, and unless and until if the software is not very heavy, and if you will not get ads and bloatwares, I guess software is fine for me, and especially when you get smart features like you will get here in the OnePlus Nord 2. So guys, now it's conclusion time. So I guess this is one of the best, if not the best, phone under 30,000 rupees. Now why I said that it's one of the best? Because users' requirements may vary from individuals to individuals. Because if you are someone who prefer gaming, then I guess Poco F3 GT is better for you. If you prefer iQOO branding, then I guess iQOO 7 is better. If you prefer Xiaomi, then Mi 11X is better. So it depends on users. But if you want a perfect all-rounder, I guess OnePlus Nord 2 is a very good phone under 30,000 rupees. And personally, I am really impressed with this phone. So yeah, that's it from today's video. That's my take. If I have to buy a phone under 30,000 rupees, I will still go with the OnePlus Nord 2. And I will really hope that OnePlus will launch more and more phones like this at aggressive and competitive price. So that's it from today's video. I hope you guys liked what you watched. If you then definitely subscribe the channel, turn that bell icon on. I will see you very soon in my next video. Until then, bye bye. Take care.